There's waiting until New Year's. There's waiting until next month. There's waiting until next week. And there's, waiting until later. And what you're, sharing and asking me about, that's like when you say you're going to wait till later, why? Right? If you have the ability and capacity to do it in the moment, do it.
You're going to launch into a challenge pretty quick. So let me set the stage. Listen up. Everybody listening probably has a familiar experience with this. Adam, when I was growing up, we had this room in our house that we had to wait to use. It was like, no, don't sit in there. Just, you got to wait. I'm not sure what we were waiting on. I mean, that there was also like dishware, linens on the tables, stuff like wait to use that stuff. Did you experience this?
Absolutely. I think we all had that museum room. And
museum room.
Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful lead in to today's topic and today's challenge. And that is, next time you find yourself saying, I will wait until X, or I'll wait until when this happens, we want you to notice it and not give into it.
Right. Take action.
Yes. We're flipping and reversing. We're starting with the challenge up front here. I know things might feel crazy around here right now, but we're starting with the challenge up front. When you feel yourself, or you say to yourself, or you notice yourself talking to yourself or rationalizing with yourself and saying, I will wait until X, or I'll wait until when, notice it and challenge it and do not give into it.
Yeah. And I think it's actually a great time of year for us to bring this up, right? Like we just hit our first holiday in the stretch of all holidays.
Totally.
And I would actually venture to say it's national I'll wait until season.
I love it. It's so true. And we're going to change that. And it really can be for many people, not us, baby, but for many people, Halloween is the start of this downward spiral of just, like you said, like we're saying, we'll wait until the new year. And it's such a perfect, beautiful rationalization. Starting on the new year, a blank slate loaded with nothing potential. I get it. But we don't want that to happen because we know what happens. When the only thing changing is the date on the calendar, we're not setting ourselves up for success.
Yeah. Maybe there's room in there for us to kind of redefine new year. The new year is now.
I like it.
The new year is now. All right. Like if that's your rationalization, it's now. And Adam, you have a great way to help people take action on this, right? Like, because it can feel daunting, right? Like, especially, let's imagine somebody, here they are, we've just hit Halloween, and they've said, okay, I'm going to finally start running, right? The summer's behind me. I don't have the excuse of heat anymore. It's cooling off. The days are cooler. The kids are back in school. I always said, well, the kids are home. I can't do running. And here we are, we've hit Halloween, and you know what? I'll just wait until the new year. What would you recommend?
Yeah, so inertia is very powerful, and the idea of taking action, no doubt, is daunting. And I will say it is a lot easier to act your way into a new way of thinking than to think your way into a new way of acting. And the key is action, right? That you have to act your way, but action can feel daunting. So I would challenge you to ask yourself, what is the least I can do without doing nothing? To me, that has helped me. It has helped countless other people to get in the state of, all right, what action am I taking? But how do I break it down into the smallest possible step so it feels doable? And that's what we want. Because right now, you're in a state of inertia. That can feel overwhelming. We need to change that to a state of momentum. And the only way you're getting into that state is through action.
So this also kind of goes hand in hand with like one of your favorite, bits of advice, which is like, if it takes like 5 minutes or less, like if it only takes you a few minutes, just go do it. So like breaking something down into its smallest action, when you hear yourself, well, I'll wait until, okay, well, how can we break it down into a 5 minute or less action?
Yeah.
Which a lot of people poo-poo, right? But
totally. Listen, if you could do something in 5 minutes or less and you have the capacity to do it in the moment, do it. What are you waiting for? Simple examples. You get home, you put the jacket down, just hang it up, right? Or you finished a meal, put the dish in the sink or in the dishwasher. you're working, someone sends you an email, write back right away. There's no reason to delay action that you can take within a few minutes, right? It doesn't mean you should be reactive all day, but if something comes up and you have the capacity to do it right away. And like you said, this is the season of waiting. There's waiting until New Year's, there's waiting until next month, there's waiting until next week, and there's, waiting until later. And what you're, sharing and asking me about, that's like when you say you're going to wait till later, why? Right? If you have the ability and capacity to do it in the moment, do it.
So I would like to up the ante before we wrap this up. I want to up the ante on the challenge. We did just pass Halloween, and I would venture to guess a lot of people tuning in have Halloween candy at home. Can you guess what my ante is?
Ooh, this is a tough one. I like it though. I like it.
Okay. Adam, I know you guys probably have lingering Halloween candy.
Totally.
Right? Like you got a couple kids. We do too. Everybody who wants to up the ante, let's get rid of it. Now, not in the new year, not in a couple of weeks, now. Adam, what is your spidey sense telling you? Like what happened when I said let's get rid of it now?
I mean, what kind of person are you? This is crazy. I think I think it's a great challenge. One of the things we can do, and not to go down too much of a rabbit hole here, is like we're not like, all right, eat all the candy you can because it's Halloween and then never again, because we don't want to instill that like all or nothing mentality. So I'm just trying to think what we do as parents when our kids say, well, what about all my candy? So perhaps, you could get rid of it for yourself. It's not an option. I don't want to bring the kids into it if they don't have to be brought into it.
Oh, so there's some buts in there.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I feel like that's what comes up when I'm working with a client, I'm like, all right, let's do this. And I hear them say, well, I'll wait until. It's all these buts, right? Like all the reasons, all the real, it's almost like the things they're afraid of come out.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I say like, let's throw the Halloween candy away. I mean, then I'm afraid of upsetting my kids. I'm afraid of disappointing them. I'm afraid of their being uncomfortable, not getting the candy they trick-or-treated for. I might be afraid that there's something in there I wanted.
Right.
But you know what? The truth was I was fine before it came in the house.
Yes.
And I'll be just fine after it's gone. So why wait?
Right. I love the sentiment of what you're sharing. I'm still, this is tricky with the kids, but I will say this. When we have that moment of I'll wait until when, or I'll wait until X, and we find ourselves saying that or rationalizing that to ourselves, the buts do come up.
Mm-hmm.
And when that resistance comes up, when that discomfort comes up, or fear or doubt, whatever it might be, I want you to challenge it, because that is the moment, right? Because again, what are we waiting for? If not now, then when? And if we don't confront it, we'll never conquer it. And it's like these feelings we have now, they're not going to go, it's not going to be any different later on.
No.
One of my favorite little litmus tests is if like someone asked me to have lunch in a few weeks or whatever, if I'm not excited, like I imagine the lunch is this week. And if I'm not excited to do it right now, then like I probably won't do it then later on. And the idea is, I don't know if that's actually a good example. However, I will say this.
It's not a bad one. It really isn't, because you're imagining yourself in a different state. Like,
yes.
The stars are going to align and all of a sudden you're going to want to do the thing.
Right. And it's like,
you're probably not.
Right. If I'm not excited to do it like this week, why would I be excited later on? Right. And yes, thank you. Thank you for helping me bring that home. If like, imagine yourself in a different state in the future, like what's changing besides the date? Nothing.
Right.
So you might as well do it now.
Yes.
I feel like you shared a quote earlier that I really loved about resistance.
What did I say?
But in doubt, in general, when there's resistance, there's an opportunity for growth. There's an opportunity for progress. And when you have that conversation, when you feel like you're saying, I'll wait until later on, I'll wait until after the holidays, I'll wait until this, do not let yourself go down that path. Even if it's a daunting thing, start small. Again, ask yourself, what's the least I can do without doing nothing? And I really think this is a wonderful challenge to bring in the holiday season. Because if we find ourselves like even a very, highly, useful example is like, I'll wait until tomorrow to get my workout in. I have too much going on today. No, do something today. Even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 10 minutes, right? Do my 20 by 4, 20 jumping jacks, 20 squats, 20 crunches, 20 push-ups. That's it. Do something. But if you find yourself, I'll wait until tomorrow or wait until later or wait until next week, do not let yourself go down that path. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful challenge, again, going into the new year.
Absolutely. All right, guys, there it is for this week. Don't wait. The new year is now. Take the smallest action possible. And until next time, take good care.